Hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome to Die for the Lich. Or is it Lick? I'm gonna go with Lich, because that's how I pronounce it. You guys can pronounce it however you like. There are different pronunciations depending on where you live. But let's go ahead and jump on in. This is a deck builder of sorts. It's a bit more complicated than that. It's a roguelike. But anyway, we actually have just the first mission because this is the demo. For those of you curious, it should be releasing on the 22nd. If I remember correctly. I might not be remembering correctly. I just looked at Steam like about 10 minutes ago, but it should have been the 22nd, I think. I got sent a press key for this, so I'm looking at it early. We've got a bit of health. We've got a shovel and a coffin shield. Probably not the strongest weapons to take into the abyss, but whatever. We have 5 D4s, 3 D6s, a D8, and a clover. And nothing else. So we'll go with that. Now, as you can tell, we have the standard progression on these type of things, which is through a weaving bit of nonsense. I'm assuming the skulls are enemies, these are treasures. And that is probably like a mini boss. Well, that's probably a mini boss. What are you? A ritual? A random event? Is that a random event? I don't know. A key would be nice. But let's go ahead and jump on into the first one where we get to pick up our first treasure. Dig her up. So we get to pick a Medallion of Greed. Whenever it's drawn from your bag, increase its value by 1. We get some bones and a tray-bound die. Ooh, interesting. This seems like it might be an important kind of thing. This comes with bones, I think. -1 from the counter. Interesting. I don't know what the math is going to be on this, but I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go by the tray-bound. No, we'll go for the uncommon. Every time we draw it, we get a nonsense. So if we go for the treasure, we have to go for the boss. I think starting out, for the sake of my personal sanity and for the ease of progression, I'm going to go after the normal enemies so I can learn how the enemies fight, and then we'll start going after the treasure. Because I don't want to go straight into like a hard boss fight without knowing the mechanics of the game. You draw 5 objects at the beginning of your turn. Select a weapon from your inventory to equip it. We have a shovel, can roll 1d4 from your tray. We have add 2 to counter, or nothing in that. We'll go ahead and take ourselves a shovel there. Can now roll dice and trinkets to add their value to the counter. Well, I will take a d8. Counter is still under your weapon's critical value. You can keep rolling. Okay. Do we want the number big or small? Let's go ahead and we'll go for a 6. Failed roll. You have rolled over the weapon's critical value and failed. You can clear the board by selecting your weapon. You can also switch weapons during failed rolls. This one has a 4. And how do I just go for it? Can I just whack them? You can gain armor by selecting yourself. You can use each weapon once per turn. Okay. And we just can't do anything with it if we fail. Okay. So we want to get as close as possible. I think I get it. Any leftover armor is left at the end of your turn. Okay, that's understandable. Add 3 to the counter. If we drop that out, then we drop that. Then we click on the enemy. It does damage. Okie dokie. I get what you're smoking. Okay, and then we'll click on ourselves to gain 2 armor. We're going to take 1 damage from this. I think I get it. So it is not a high number win situation. It is more a situation of we want to do as much damage as possible. I'm going to go ahead and roll a d6. Right, a 4 on that one. So I'm going to go ahead and whack that for 4. We'll take you. Roll a d4. You are in critical stance. You can't roll any more dice. Groovy. Okay, we unlocked an item. You can roll trinkets freely when in critical state. Does it want me to do that? It wants me to do that. So then we click on ourselves and it gives us a massive amount of defense. So we just don't take anything. I'm liking this. I'm slowly figuring this out. Let's roll a d4. Let's see. We only got a 1 on that. Let's roll another d4. That is a 5. I think we just kill it. But that's kind of an interesting mechanic. You're not wanting to go like crazy with the big numbers. Take 1 damage on reroll, but can always reroll. Add 1 to the counter. We're going to just take a coin. Because we're not wanting to go over. We want to do like exactsies. So we've got big guy there. Let's roll a 6. Oh, it was only a 4. I think we just whack you. Bring that out. Roll a d4. Roll another d4. And we'll take that defense. I'm liking this so far. We actually have a coin up here. The amount of coins you own is 1. This adds 1 to the counter. So I think we're going to go ahead and roll a 6 on this. That's a 3. That goes to max it out to critical. Can roll a d4 from your tray. And then we just whack it and win? Okay. I think a second run would be the ideal one for this. Negative d8. Honestly, I think our coins are the way we want to go. Just to kind of like optimize. And I'm going to go up for this chest right here. Ooh, what are you? Draw once from bag when hurt. Interesting. So we want to roll a d6. Got a 3. Think we Medallion of Greed. Roll a d4 and the coin. We're probably not going to get armor this time. Just calling it now. Of course, then we get a d4 from our draw. We're just going to take the armor because that's going to be enough to stop it. Ooh, we rolled 25 dice and we unlocked an item. We've unlocked things. Oh no. We've only taken 1 damage so far, and that's because I didn't know the mechanics whenever this first dropped. Let's go for a d6. 3. We'll throw a d4 in there. And then the coin for a crit. Throw in another d4. Well, but we're 1 shy. That's not going to work. I'm going to risk it. So we've got 6 defense coming in. I will gladly take 6. That's going to keep it from hurting us. That was a lucky roll. And another turn. All we have to do is whack it for 1. So, yeah. Die. And it does reshuffle it in there. We don't just run out of dice. Every side of this dice is 4. I'm going to take that because that's perfect for our shield. It's a common treasure. Do I really want that? Do I want a negative d8? No, not for... We're doing simple here. It's probably not going to go super well. Ooh, spike shield. Roll an extra d6. Or Jester's pick. Reroll every die on the board whenever it's critical. Interesting. That one's got a value of 10. Tray bound dice. Returns to your tray if the action is successful. On successful roll, create a red chip. On a failed roll, create a black chip. That's another Medallion of Greed there. And a ghost tooth. For the highest rolled die on the board, roll a ghost die with the same value. I think out of these, I think I want to be more offensive. So I'm going to take the pitchfork. But some of this is very tempting. Just to always have that die in there. Boom. So we've spent all of our money. I think we're actually out of coins now. Yeah, it pulls it out of that inventory. Okay, we want to go for... I'm going to go more treasure. Why not? A regular D4? I mean, it doesn't hurt anything. It does dilute our deck a bit. Oh, we can only pick one. We have a wooden shield. That doesn't... You can roll a d6 from your tray versus you can add 2 to counter. I believe... I think this might be the better option. Simply because we can roll a d6 on top of it. And there's the mid-level one. And yes, this is just a demo. If we get to the end and beat it, awesome. If not, whatever. I'm not going to have a chance to figure out that one. We'll figure out what these two are probably in another run, because look at the time. We've only been in here 10 minutes. We're good. We can do a few runs. So I'm going to go ahead and keep moving up. We now have, oh god, it's multiple enemies. I don't know what those mean. Can only be target this enemy and gain 1 attack for every D4 rolled from the so that gets stronger. So I'm going to go ahead and plop you out. We'll do a D8 first. And I'm going to go for a D6 here. That was gross. So that is a critical, but it only gives us 4 offense, so I guess I will be going after you. I'm not liking our odds right now. That's going to get stronger. I need to risk it. Fail. And that's just getting stronger. Yeah, and going with the D4s kind of sucks. Ouch. Okay, so maybe we should have gone a little bit of defense. Let's go with a D6. Another D6. And it rolls us absolutely awful numbers, so we'll just go with 7. This spear is not doing me any favors. Go and actually do you first. That guy's gonna get stronger. And then we can roll a d6 from our tray, but we don't have any to roll from the tray. That guy's just... We are taking a ton of damage on this crap. We have too many d4s for this nonsense. Because that guy's just going to get gnarly strong. We don't have a d6, but that's going to at least reduce the damage we take. Every side of that is a d4. Does that count as a d4? That does count as a d4. Come on, give me a 6. I'm not going to get a 6. We only got 3. So we're going to take a ton of damage again. We're going to take way too much. Yeah, if our entire tray wasn't d4s, that would be good. But unfortunately... Stab him. It's at least 1 down. Let's go ahead and roll a d6, and we got a crit, so we can roll another d6 from that. Although it's not gonna matter, because we're not gonna take 4 damage off of this one, so we're fine until the end of this, at least. Let's go ahead and roll a d6. Stab him for 4, and just be on our way. Yeah, he's not gonna be building up a lot of damage now. Thankfully. So let's go ahead and get that rolling. So 3 defense there. We just don't do any of the d4s. Stab. And turn. Let's go d8. D6. Throw that one in. Bonk. I was kind of hoping not to have to use that, but it's fine. And we level up. Halo. At the end of battle, heal 1 HP if you're full health, gain 1 max HP instead. That would be... Draw an extra object for your... Oh, from your bag at the start of your turn. I think drawing might be better for us. This feels like a trap, because we take so much damage at this point in the game. I am going to take a coin. Let's see what this is. Gokstad Shield. Draw 3 times from your bag. If it's critical, hit adjacent enemies for half damage. Roll a ghost d4 on every roll. I'm going to go with that instead of the shield, because it's a... Oh, it's cursed. Half the critical value of this weapon. Curse is resolved when using the weapon successfully. Let's see what this is. I'm going to give them a D4. It wants a 6 and a something. I don't know what this is. Let's try giving you a D4. It looks like it wants a D6 and a D4, so we're going to do that. So it just turned it into 1d6. Do we try for a big boss? I don't think we're going to win this run. Roll a negative d4 on every... No, we don't want that. No. I don't want that game. I was hovering over it and my muscle twitched. I don't want to replace those. I guess I just have to exit now. Thank you. Couldn't click on anything else. Couldn't escape out of it. Okay. So I'm going to roll a d8. Actually, we can sacrifice them for life, I think. Okay, so that heals us by 4. Oh, I see how that works. That's kind of a cool mechanic. Oh, we've got a freaking boss here. Inflicts curse upon a random weapon. Well, we already have a curse on this, so sure. You guys are coming at me for 1. Let's go ahead and roll a d4 and hope it's a 2. Use that. Have the critical value of this weapon. So it's going to go down to like 1 by the end of this, which sucks. We're going to go ahead and drop that out and just stab this guy. An end turn. We're not taking unnecessary... Oh, what curse did you put on it? Start counter with -4. Lovely. He's coming at us for 8. We need 5. I'm going to go with that. Let's go with D8 maybe and get lucky. Throw that on there for a crit. And then use it on ourselves. It's not going to keep us alive very well, but... So we'll go with you. D6. And that'll put us at 7, so we can just kill you. I'm going to risk it. So we can roll a d4 from our tray. I'm going to put the obsidian die in there. Stab, bitch. Are we going to win this one? Maybe with the stag gone, we stand a little bit of a better chance. But I think this... Yeah, this guy's going to get defensive buffs. So, debt curse... Actually, we're going to start with... Yeah, we're going to do offensive. So, drop that out. And roll a d4. Stab for 8. He's going to get defense on this next turn, so we might as well go for this. End turn. I suppose I should have done that one. But I think whenever we get a critical on it, it just does it without the problems. You're coming in for 7. There's our critical. I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with the clover. Because if we can get a critical on something else, we'll be happy. So 10. Let's go with the 6s. First. That gets a 4. Not quite. We'll stab with it. So that got rid of all the crap on it. It just stays half. I thought it was going to half it each time down to 1, but I think it's literally just a half curse, lasts until whenever. So stabby stab, and turn. We have that 7 there for... What are you doing? It casts a buff. Ooh. Boop. And boop. It's not coming in for an attack, but I wanted to get that curse kind of worn down. It's got 6 more uses. Go ahead and drop you. And a crit. We throw you on top of there for 12. And then it's shovel time. Stab. We don't want to just waste it. So what buff is he getting? When hurt, discard an object from tray. Okay. Coming in for 13. We need a 5 on that. We don't have the coin. That's a 2. Do I risk this? Yeah, we'll block a bit. Oh, this is lethal to us regardless. There is nothing I can do unless we get a kill on this. Okay, so I'm going to go for you first. 5. Got a crit. That's a 12. I don't think we win. Unless this rolls a 6. Ass. We've lost! No! Because I should have gone for more defense on that. That was my bad. We almost won. We unlocked a few things, though. We've got a D10. We've got a D12. We've got a copper die. Can't roll higher than the highest value on the board. We've got an odd die. Every side is odd numbered. It's a D10, but with odd numbers. We've got the spoik die. Or we got leather die. Draw once from your bag whenever it's played. That's cool. And then we get back to the beginning. I know it's still in development. I like the idea. I think I would have done a bit better. We would have survived if I wouldn't have made that mistake early on. And collection-wise, we can actually see yada 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 dice. So I do think we're gonna play another round. I want to see what this guy is. This looks like an undead dude. But now I know roughly what I'm doing. As far as the path that we want to go through, we've got treasure over here on the list left before a boss. I think we go down the middle, get 2 treasures, grab this. And I think we actually go up the right side to get that treasure. Hit the little sacrifice thing that I'm not sure about, and then we decide from there. But I think, yeah, through the middle for the 2 treasures early on is probably a good way to go. Reusable in the same turn. We have small shield. We've actually done that before. I don't know. Black chip has a negative value and red chip. I don't know what the red chip does. I'm guessing it's something like a coin. I'm going to go with that just to see what it is. So we've got the elk. Well, this is here. We're gonna need to actually have this block. Because all we got were D4s. It's not gonna get up enough to break through my shield. Not enough to do that, so we just stab. This shield is not reusable. So, out of these, I think we roll the gambler's dice. And a stabby stab. Plop that out. I think we're going to risk it with a D6. And turn. We now have a red chip. Adds value to the counter, destroys after battle. So it's a temporary 5 is what that is. I'm good with that. So So we can roll d4s if we need to. And we're just going to chuck all this on there. That is not a bad combo. Red chips, good, because they count as items. Take the coin. Always take the coins. I do find it interesting that coins eat up your slot in there. And roll 1d20 from your tray. We don't have any d20s, but we'll take it. It's another weapon. It's another bit of damage. D12. Exit. No, we don't have any high value ones, so it doesn't seem worthwhile to take that. I have a feeling as you start delving into versions of the game that have longer, because this only has up to the first boss. That's just as long as the demo is. I have a feeling in the full game, whenever you have multiple bosses to go through, that's when that's going to start snowballing and getting important to take the larger dice. So I think we go up to this coin here. So I'm going to just smack through the middle. Oh, we got 2 characters. I say that like it's different. We actually had this before. Okay, we'll go with you. Roll that. That's absolute garbage. That's 4. Game does not like me today. I'm just going to go ahead and stab you for 4. And actually, I think I want to go shield first. Of course, I roll a 6 on that. Okay. We can mitigate the damage. So we'll take 6 armor, and this is just going to get a d8. Watch it roll an 8. Yeah, it did. Enter. There's nothing we can do with that. We got a little bit of damage off the shovel. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Okay, for this, that's up to 6. We'll throw the coin in there for a 7, which should keep us from taking damage on this one. Drop out the d6, d4, bonk. And then we start going after the white lady. I'm doing a little better at this now. So next one up is the Chauvel. We're just going to take it safe here. We're going to do a d6, d4. But mostly what we're doing is trying to keep them from getting through our armor. We want to save our life as long as possible. 3 and 1. Means that that's not getting through us. Roll the d6. We got a 4, which will be handy later. Because that means we can just straight up kill them. It's just a guaranteed kill. We didn't actually take any damage on that. Always taking the coins. As far as these go, we've got draw 3 times from our bag on a critical on that. I don't know if it's going to be cursed. Striking enemies halves their attack. We also have the Medallion of Greed again, which is actually a nice one. Ember die can be re-rolled after critical. Predict a random dice roll inside your tray. Well, that's 3 gold anyway. The one that I'd want is too expensive. Can I actually sell that? No. I think I'm going to take you and you. We're going to try a boss. Getting risky here. Restore 3 health at the start of turn. Okay. And it's going to cast a debuff on me. So that's going to give us a 2, so that's not going to be it. I mean, he's casting a debuff, so do I really need the shield? For goodness sake, stop rolling crits. I mean, sure, I will stab you for 3 damage. He's gonna heal for... Oh, we got a bone from that. I mean, I don't mind the bone. Then in return, take 3 damage for each bone in your tray. Well, I can get rid of that. He's coming in for 6 on this turn. So I'm going to go ahead and roll a 6 on that. That gives us a 4. That is a perfect on the shield, so we're going to stab him. We'll throw that bone in on our shovel. I'll give us 6 block. Throw you in because we can. A D4. Another D4. Oh, and it puts another bone in here. That is bullshit. I don't think it should actually play the bone multiple times. I think that should be once per turn. That is actually irritating. Because you can't use it up entirely unless you do your block the last turn. I think we'll go with the shovel on this. Got a 1 there. Go ahead and go with a D4. A 1. That gives us a crit. Slap him. We go for the shield. D6. And I guess we just... I mean, that just doesn't feel right. You know what? D6 again. If we fail, we fail. It's fine. We'll just go with 3 defense there. There's not much I can do about it. It's just bullshit. We got another curse coming in. Of course it gives me one of those. We're gonna go with that. I think that does block the bones damage. I'm not certain on it, but I think it does. So 4 and 2 for a whack. Reminder to self, do not take the damn boss nonsense. These just aren't worth it. Unless he has a really good reward, it's not worth it. And there's no way I can block that much damage. And this guy's shitty. I don't like this enemy at all. It doesn't feel particularly well balanced. Because every single time I attack, I'm getting more and more of those bones. And he's going to keep healing, so it just stacks up and it's not fun for me. Now go ahead and block 6 of the damage. We're taking unnecessary damage here because, you know, that's how things roll. Okay, 6 damage there, and we get another bone that we can't use because bullshit. So we're gonna take, what, 6 damage on top of that? Yeah, this is fucking horrible. Okay. So you take that, that, and that. We throw this out, get this crit, throw you in because why not? Still gonna take 5 damage because bullshit. I really don't like this guy. It just... I know I shouldn't be mad about it, but it's one of these things where it just feels like it's just here to be a troll. And I didn't mean to throw that one in, but it's fine. Die, bitch. Yeah, we took way too much damage on that. Doesn't feel good. You can roll 1s on the board, draw an extra object from your bag at the start of your turn. I think we go for re-rolling 1s. This better have been worth it. This is not worth it. This just isn't worth it. Well, let's go heal. I'm gonna throw a D6 in there because I need life. Watch it just give me 1 or something. Let's go grab a dice, probably. An odd one, that's fine. Spike shield or iron sword. 1 extra die from your tray, or roll an extra D6 on critical. What's the curse on it? Start counter with -4. That's fine. Do we have any coins? We do not. So we just... I don't want to go after that guy. We'll just go here. Oh, that's cool. Never going to be able to afford that. Bloodblade can roll any die but take 1 damage for each roll. Oh, it costs 10 health to get. Mark of critical is your missing health. So we could take that and probably do a lot of damage with it, but I don't have the life to spare at the moment, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would totally Game? I did not pick a boss fight. I picked a normal fight. What is this? I'm not liking that. Okay, debt curse, sure. Does it do damage? Curse resolve. Offensive and defensive. So we just meh for that. Throw you in there. Does that actually do damage to us? It does nothing. Okay. What do we have here? You can reroll 1s on the board if we want. Like we're ever going to get 1s anymore. Okay, so we're going to roll you. Doesn't even get us out of the hole. Draw 3 objects. Let's go ahead and broken crystal this. So that's going to roll a 4. We're 1 down from where we need to be. Three, 8. I'm going to go with you and just block up. We're going to go for 4 there just for 4 damage. You throw this out, throw it on there, and just whatever. And we save you. This is just gonna... We'll get rid of the curse eventually. I still don't like this guy. I don't think he's balanced for first area. Let's go with this shield first. That draws 3 from it. We go... that first. And then we roll this. Then we can drop it 2 with the bones. And put that in. For 8 defense. We throw you out. Hope we get a 3. Smack him for 9. Then use this to just drop that on there and yep, nothing. That is just our dump for the bones. First one, he's going in with a curse, so we can actually just do whatever we want on this turn. That's going to be a D4, so that counters it entirely. Think we try and stabby stab? Since he's just putting a curse on us this turn. We have the other shield to absorb stuff. I'm going to roll the D8. And we get all that on top of it. That brings them down to 4. We play that and drop out the 2 bones on there so we don't have to feel it. That is, we have to be using our defensive item explicitly for dumping this guy's bones. Which is irritating as shit. Let's draw 3 more. Plop that in, so we have a 3 there guaranteed. That's 6. I think we just do enough damage. Let's go ahead and roll you. That puts us at 3. No, that puts us at 4 away. So we drop you out to drop it down to there. So now we're at 5 away. So that's this and this. Which allows us to put that in. Stab to get rid of the curse. We've broken the curse. So now we have a good shield. We didn't take as much damage on that one. I think we had better supplies. Can't roll higher than the highest value on the board. That's not a bad one. Because if we get kind of like a middling value, let's say we get a 3, and we have this in our hand, we can guarantee we get a 6. Or if it's a 2 on that one, it can go to a 4. This is guaranteed to just add 1, though, which, honestly, I think I prefer just the guaranteed 1. As far as the money we want to get from this, I think the D8, just sacrifice it, get ourselves up to as high as possible. We're not really leaning into the D8s. We don't have that as a strategy. We have D4s as a strategy. Oh, what? Of course it's going to be harder this time. Congratulations, game. Okay. So we've got 2 damage coming in. Let's go ahead and draw. We are going to play that. That's a guaranteed 1. I think we roll you. That's unfortunate. So we do... We bring in this shield. I think we roll the D4. Means we got 4 damage coming in. I think we're just going to have to shield this turn, unfortunately. We still have that for 2 turns. Just kind of weird. So we'll just soak and wait. I suppose I could have used the D4s on the shovel there. His goes away at the end of turn, I believe, as well. It's not the worst thing ever. I'm going to go with you. 6. This is another 3. 4, that's a 1. We'll go with a crit there. Can roll an extra D6. So we're still not blocking at all. Because we got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 coming in. We can red chip. Or we can clover. I think we clover. That's 13 coming in. We drop the red chip. And they have different amounts of life. We'll go up to the one on the left because it's going to be the easier one to go after. Goal is just block everything. He's going to go ahead and cast a buff, which kind of sucks. We've got 2 coming in. So we can get away with rolling the D4s. I think we want to go ahead and go with the Chauvel. So it's going to get us 6. 9. I'd only put it at 10. So we kill you. And now we just need to block. So we go with that. And hope this is... Okay, that's a 5. We will bump it up to 6. Stab you. I'm curious what buff he's going to be giving. Okay. When hurt, discard an object from tray. I think I can deal with that. He's coming in for 9. That's going to give us a 5 guaranteed. That would kill the little bugger. We would lose one thing from that, but at the same time, there's a problem. I think we're going to go with the D4. Do I risk it? I think I risk it. Yes. And I can roll another D6. So we've got 12 coming in. If this rolls... Actually, we'll go for this one. That guarantees us blocking this. So we stab you. Do we risk this being discarded? I think we do. Okay, it took my D4. That's fine. End turn. Curse upon a random weapon. Ugh, I hate that one. Okay, so we have guaranteed 8 here if we go with that. And now we don't have to worry about rolling D4s. I am going to go for high damage on this. Stab. Damn you, game. Fine, we'll just whack you for whatever this gives us. Bonk. So Shovel's currently cursed with the debt curse. That's not a big issue. He's coming in for 12. Let's draw some. I'm going to go with the big dice there. So that's 7 plus 1 makes that a crit. Let's just roll a d6, and we can add whatever we want to it. I'm going to go with this one. That puts us at 14, which is enough to block that. And we go with the shovel and start burning through its curse. It starts with a -4. I'm going to gamble this one. Damn you, Nappa. I'm going to go ahead and just... Oh, that was a waste. No, actually, we can get a crit on this. Might as well do some damage. Burn up our entire hand on it, unfortunately. I should have been keeping those. And playing that one was just a complete waste. Okay. So we, of course, want to pop that out. Get those. Go ahead and do the broken crystal ball and maybe see a... Nope, we didn't see a 1. So we're going to go with a 6 there. That puts us at 6 away. Or... Stab for 7. Shovel next. Stab for 5. He's going to get armor this next turn, so we're just going to have to tank. It's coming at us for freaking 14 damage. That puts us at 6 out of 8. That puts us at able to block it. Do I have anything else to play with? No. But he's not going to hurt us that turn. He's going to buff himself, though. Okay, we need to play you. I'm going to keep re-rolling that each time you give me a 1, my buds. We'll throw a D4 in there. It's not enough to actually do a lot, but we'll smack him a little bit. Since he's giving himself a buff, I think we throw 5, 3. See, that's 12, 13 on top of that. That would only put it at 20-something. I think we just go ahead and smack him and save those. I want to save him for blocking. He's coming in for 16. Let's go ahead and draw some more. We have a straight 8 here. And he's going to make us discard stuff if we damage him, so we might as well just nip. We need 16, so we need... I'm going to throw you in. Okay, it only predicts a 1 on that. That's absolute garbage. That gives us a 4. Which is actually perfect. That gets us right at 16, so... yes. We end turn. We're going to just sit here and wait for a minute. Wait for a turn where we don't have... well, we are going to end up needing to hit him into this. So he's going to inflict a curse on a weapon now, which should be the shovel. I think the shovel is the only thing we have that counts as a weapon. So I think we roll a 6. Puts us at 5. Do we have a 2 anywhere? No. We have a 3 anywhere? No. Do you think we just go Clover? We just go ham? Bam. We beat a boss. We got 30 XP. Our XP is down there at the bottom left, by the way. We got those. We got I think that's a flesh one. Yeah, that's a every side is odd. We have the bone die. Was this called? Yeah, that's just an odd die. Thought it was flesh. Roll to gain bones equal to the result. That is not... ugh. I'm never going to take those. We got the legendary blade, which if we can get that early, that'd be awesome. There's a leather die. Draw once from your bag whenever you use it. We don't want the bone ones. That might be a strategy later if there's a way to weaponize the bones. For anyone curious. The tray-bound dice are promising. Ember die can be rolled after a critical. Cool. Predict 3 random dice rolls inside our tray, so it's basically a better version of what we already saw. Whenever we roll that, it predicts another dice. Draw once from your bag, so we can get pretty heavily predictable and pretty heavy redraw. Undead burden. So we got bones or positive values if we get that. That's why you want the bones. Create a bone and roll it. It's a new weapon. Draw once from the discard bag. That's interesting. Basically draw what we've already done, and we have access to Dante. That's pretty interesting. And we have a new character we can play as. And we got new things. We have one thing that we haven't unlocked, so we need 500 overall armor. We've actually already gained quite a bit towards that. I still don't like that one that puts bones in our inventory. It makes you basically have to waste your block. Hope for the best. Does it actually show which curses it usually applies to these? That one doesn't show a curse. So it seems like it does just randomly put a curse on them. This one just comes with one. This one seems fun. But also seems fairly complicated. We have to spend a bit of money in the shop to get these ghost die. We haven't done any of these. Create a ghost D8 and place it in your tray whenever it's rolled. So these basically summon ones. The ghost dies, I guess we just have to... evaporates if it's moved to your discard bag. So whenever you use it, it's just gone. And we have roll 1 d20s with any die. Roll 0 out of 120s with any die, 0, 5. So these require d20s to unlock. The obsidians, they're guaranteed to roll a specific thing. So we'd have to start taking d20s in our decks. Which is not bad. We could actually do some stuff with those. But we'd need the right setup at the very beginning. Also, I want to see lucky die, collect coins, criticals, deal a certain amount of damage to unlock those. This is just rolling period. These are predictions, so the more you predict, the more that unlocks. This is getting bones. We're probably going to get that if we take any boss fights. We're never going to get 100 in the demo. I'm looking forward to the full version. I think we'll play one time with the new guy. Actually, yeah, we'll play one time with the new guy. Play campaign. You. Starts with a cross dagger, an old Bible, bunch of D4s, D6s, 1D8, and 3 bones! And he starts with undead burden. So I have a feeling, if I remember correctly, that's the one that makes bones positive. Is it not? Yes, it is. So bones be good for bones. Start with 3 coins, or we can start with an obsidian die. We're going to start with the 3 coins. Seems interesting to me. Now, as far as the path we want to take, if we take the left path, we have to go through a boss. If we take the right path there, we can actually just, if we haven't taken any damage, we can skip that, get a treasure. We're not going to get a lot of levels if we avoid combat. We get levels by going into combat. So I could just go up this right side and just skip all the treasures. But then we'd run a risk of not getting coins. I think we're going to go and see what level, if we can get to level 2. Seems like a reasonable thing to me. So this is a defensive. This is an offensive. Create a bone and roll it on a critical. We actually start with bones in our deck. I am going to go with a D4. Plop that out for a critical. That adds it on top. There's 5 damage to you. This is going to be a D6. Do I risk the D8 or do I want to guarantee the block. So we'll go with that. End turn. We need probably a high roll weapon to go with these. So you need D4s. I'm gonna go ahead and roll the D4 here. I think we can block it. We'll go ahead and grab another bone. And stab. We roll a D6 here, and yeah, coin. That gives us 6 block. Oh, we draw once from the discard bag. That's fine. I do think we have limited slots here, so once that fills up, I don't know if we just can't draw anymore, or if it sends it into the nonsense. It might send it into the nonsense. But we don't have to worry about that. We just straight kill you. And stab. I don't think we get extra bones. Yes, the temporary ones just go away. We got a D20. I'm going to go with the coins because we actually have to spend coins to do one, and this seems like an okay one to get a decent amount of coins on. You're just coming in for 3 damage. You don't do anything special. So we'll go ahead and block 3 damage. Stab you. I should probably be saving the bones, but who cares? I should probably care. But I think we risk it. We get a crit, and yeah, let's just pile this on. Nah, 10 damage. Overkill. This guy feels slightly easier than the other one. I'm saying that now, and then we're going to get screwed by it. Yeah, we're just going to go up the right side. We're not going to the boss fight. I'm slowly getting addicted to this. Send me the full version of the game. They sent me a press key for the demo. I send me the full game. I want to play. Okay, so this one's coming in for 2. Can guarantee it. So we'll block for 2. You know what? Here's a 4. So we can stab you for 5. This has a lot of granularity, this character does. We don't get high numbers is the only thing that's concerning me, because that last fight is going to be a nightmare if we roll poorly. 3. I think we risk a D4. we'll go ahead and block for 6. We'll just do a little bit of damage here. He's going to go up. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we're not going to get a crit off of that, so we might as well hold our bone. Hold your bones. D6. That's more than enough blockage. Roll you. Damn it. We'll chuck that. We have enough to block it even if we roll the D4. I'm going to grab the crit. Just for the extra bone. We're not going to be able to kill him this turn, but we were 1 off. That's why I didn't do the extra there. Now we should be able to kill him before he actually gets to do anything. Regardless of what we roll. I'm just going to stack it on. Why? Because I like overkill. Deal with it. More coin. Currently up to 6 coins. We're getting a little bit of XP as we go. These guys are not worth a ton, but they're good enough. We have 5 coming in. That is unpleasant. Do we... I think we hold. And go for this and try and get more bones flowing. And we are going to stab you. Yes, the other guy does more damage, but we have enough blocks, so they're coming in for 5 again. Four. They're coming in for 5. I think I just block for 5 and send in a stab to draw. As long as they don't start... Oh, now they're starting to bump up their damage. That has me worried. I think I go with you. Why are we not getting decent rolls on these? 4. And that's going to be a 4 there. I think I'm going to be taking damage on this. Because we just don't have enough damage to bring it in to kill there. Sucks a little bit. We're going down to 21. I opened my mouth too soon. You're giving yourself a buff. So that means I think we go for stabs. Boom to you. You're gone. So this other guy's just going to buff himself. I'm going to go ahead and try and get... Nope, we didn't get it. I was hoping to get a draw from our discard pool. That's it. Let's go for... He's got 4 damage coming in. Heal for the amount of unblocked damage dealt. Good jerk. Can I roll something other than a 1? Thank you. So if this rolls low enough, we can get another bone. That's an extra 1 damage there, but it also adds a bone to our bags. Coming in for a 6. Let's roll you. 1, 2, 3. Block. I'm not going to be able to go for a critical here. I'm just going to go for... I'm going to go for a minor stab. We're going to keep 2 of these floating around. Just so I can pull decent on the rolls. We got 7 coming in now. That is less good. Not enough to block it all. Please roll low. Damn you, Nappa. Do we soak the I think we have to soak the damage. Yeah, we're going to take 2. We can't do any offensive. So he heals from that. We need more offense. I'm just going to eat it to the face. We'll feed that thing a D8. Whenever we get to the healing spot. He's just getting stronger. So there's nothing I can do about it. There, kill them. Not a good start to that one. That was our first, like, tougher fight. In your tray, when you hurt an enemy... Ooh, Ghost D4 would be nice. You could reroll ones on the board. I think we're going to go for the Ghost D4s to use up some of the ghost things. We have returns the tray bound D8. So we'd actually be able to keep a D8 on each of the fights. Of course, none of ours are really great for D8s. So I'm going to take the coins. Because we can buy stuff here. Duplicate all the dice on the board as ghost die and place them in the tray. You can roll 2 d4s from your tray, heal 3 health when this weapon kills an enemy. This feels like a trap. But healing is important. It's just not going to help us against the final boss. Once we've killed its 2 allies, we won't be able to get any more benefit from it. I think the shield is probably the best way to go. So you go there. We'll go ahead and get the crystal ball. I think we take this to actually go like ghost die here. That burned up a lot of our stuff, but I think we go here and take a heal. We didn't get to our D8. I think we'll roll the D6. Probably should have gone with a D4 now that I remember there's those guys that eat D4s. Hammer. Nope, we don't get any benefit from that. We don't have any D20s. As far as these go, we go for you. And yeah, it's a boss. The boss indicator is, like, pointless. The fuck? Okay, so he's just going to cast a debuff. We get bones whenever we hurt him, so that helps us, actually. So we will roll a 4. Get ourselves another bone. Stab. On a crit, we can actually duplicate them all. So we have a 4 there. That's 7, 9. That is 9. That creates a duplicate of all those, and we can just shield ourselves. Not that it's going to matter, but it's fine. So now, at the end of your turn, take 3 damage for each... Oh, fuck. There is no avoiding it for us. So we stab you and get bones. We throw the bone in there. And the 8. And the 1. That gets us 9 defense. I think we just take the 9 defense. We don't have bones, so end turn. We just have to remember to use all of our bones every single turn. Otherwise, we will just nuke ourselves. My brain just completely did not register that we had the bones. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and roll a normal d4. Roll the bone. I'm going to go for extra damage. And stab. So on this one, D8 and a bone. And just shield ourselves. We're having to remember to use the bones. I'm gonna roll the D4. 2 bones. Dump in extra bones. Extra stabs. That means he gives us a bone. Roll a D6. D4. And we'll roll some of these. Actually, he's not coming in for an offense right now, so might as well nip. I was hoping to get more phantom dice, but it's fine. Fill up our inventory with them. Throw that in there. D4. I think... Yeah, we have lethal. Le bonk. We surprisingly didn't take a ton of damage to that. That phantom shield came in clutch. Because we were just able to dump stuff into it. Oh, I should have taken the D6. My brain did not register that that was the bone D6. Out of these... Do we just go spike shield? No, we want the cross dagger because chances of us running into that again is not that high. I think we take this instead of the old Bible. It's going to get a curse. It's just got the debt curse. That's not a problem for us. We have 2 coins. I think we go here. Then we smoosh those together. And just becomes another D4. That's hilarious. Let's go to the shop. Predicts the roll of a random die inside your tray, and this one's always a 6. Trigger critical state if not in a failed state. Ooh. That's 2 coins. This is also handy because it halves their attack. Could take that instead of the rare shield, but I think we want more shields than offense on this one because he's going to keep cursing the cross dagger. So that's just going to be what we deal with. I think we take the 2 die. We just unlocked another item with that. As far as what we want to sacrifice, the D8. Puts us up to 24. Almost full life. We have a lot of bones. We don't have a lot of draw. We got a lot of stags. I think we go after the right one first. So we go with that. That would be not a kill on him, but it does bring them up to 4 damage. We'll just be able to block with this if we want to. So 5 damage there. We go with you. And just block for 6. We don't have a lot of dice, so it's not like we have to worry too much about this. And we want to keep the bones out of our inventory until that's gone. Okay. Take you. Actually, I'm not going to take that one first. I'm going to take this one first. I'm going to roll the predictor. So that predicted 1 on there, I think. So we have 9 damage coming in. Six. 7, 8. Now we have 11 damage coming in, which I completely just dunced on. Can roll an extra d6. I mean, we'll just go ahead and guard with that. Pull up this one. Actually, no, we pull up this. Because we can get... No, we can't. We have to go with this. Because that's going to put us up to 7 plus 6 is 13. That's going to put us up to 12. We'll take 1 damage. Yeah, I rolled too much on that one. There's nothing we can do to the main guy in the center there. We're just blocking crap. We're on the defensive, unfortunately. I need non-D4s, thank you. Okay, so that brings it up to 5. That brings it up to 9, so we stab you. That's 1 down. Now all we have to do is not roll ones on all of these. We rolled ones on all of these. So we have to use all that just to guard his attack. Now he grabs stuff whenever he takes damage. We're not that worried about it, though. Actually, I want to start with this. We're going to chuck you in there. Those are, I mean, no shit that's going to roll a 6. Okay, so we'll take 9, but we can actually... I'm going to roll you. And then you. That makes ghost dies of both of those. We block 9 damage. As long as we don't roll a d4 on this, we're good. I'm going to go ahead and roll the 6. Sure, I will stab you. Both of those are going to roll 6s. It's not going to do anything for me. Let's see. He's doing a curse, which is fine. I think we throw that in. We have a guaranteed 4. So we do that. Throw bones. For 7 damage there. Pop you in the crystal die. And a guaranteed 6. To get us more phantom dice. That means we're going to block anything you can do. I think we roll the d4s while we have them. We're up to a positive 2, which means we drop this 6 in there and get a crit. And roll an extra d6, although we don't need to, because we are going to kill this. So now we don't have to worry about rolling d4s. What'd you curse? That's considered a weapon, apparently. Start with a dead of -4. Okay. It's positive 1. Eight, 9. Then we can roll a ghost die with a 6, so it's gonna. We don't need to waste that just yet. We roll d4s. Get ourselves a bone, and then we roll the same dice value. Stab. You can take my ghost dice. That is fine. We're going to throw this in there. Hopefully get positive. And I think we just go for a stab. He takes one of our d4s. That's, again, fine. That has a curse for a while, unfortunately. Thankfully, on this one, we go offensive. Get ourselves another bone for the stab. Burn up his buff on himself. I don't think we get anything from that, so I think we just go stabby stab and hope for the best. End turn. We are getting d4s from this. If you're wondering where those d4s are coming from. He's coming in for 12, so we throw that on there and try to get as high as possible. 4, 3, 2, so it's going to be 4 plus 5. Yeah, that will be positive. Do. Then we roll that to get a 4. Which gives us a ghost die of each of those. Get that on top of it, we block. We throw this one in. We could take 2 damage, or we could do a bit of damage. I think at this stage, we actually try to do some damage. Oh no, he has shield up. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to punch through that. I think we go for this. Can I roll something besides a 1? There we go. We at least block everything and turn. He's coming in to get the buff, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead and roll you. He's not going to be doing anything this turn, so we throw in as much damage as possible. That has one more debt curse. But we want to get another D4. And we just hold on to it and turn. This turns everything in there into a ghost, so we might want to do it with a bunch of D4s one of these times. So 13 damage coming in. Let's roll you first. Yuck. That puts it... Oh! Please be 2. Damn. I mean, this still works. We get a bunch of those floating around. Guard. So all we need is 4 on this one. I think we just do that and guard. Then we come in with you. We'll even throw in an extra bone just for the love. I don't even care that they eat my stuff. I get a D4 out of it. This guy is more interesting for me to play. I have to give it that. He's going to curse one of our things. He's not doing any damage this turn, so we're going offensive. We throw you in. Grab that for a little extra 4 damage. 12. Don't care that he's eating that stuff. That is fine. I think we just go with that. That's going to roll a 2, so it'd go over. And do we care about this? No, he's not doing damage this turn. Oh no, another debt curse. Whatever will I do? I'm going to roll you. This is not going to be enough to kill him. We do get another D4 from it, though. We're going to have to probably soak... Actually, never mind. Let's see. Oh, no, we're not going to have enough to actually get off of that. I could just eat this to the face, but then we'd be really risky next turn. Yeah, we're 1 short, so I think anything we do next turn, we can just kill him. He's at 1 life. It's going to knock us down to 4, and I think we just win. There we go. First stage, we've got it down, and we unlocked a bunch more things. So we got a bone D20. We got... And I think that's just from playing like a crap ton of bones. We got Gambler's Dice. On a successful roll, create a red chip, up to a 10. Those are what would incentivize me to use red chips, because those can be used to buff damage a lot. Re-rolled on critical, can be rolled higher than the highest roll value. Predicts the roll of a random die. Those are actually really nice. I can see building your deck into some pretty cool stuff in this. Create a ghost D10 and place it in your tray. Sweet. And yeah, these just basically restock themselves. Die for the Lich is still in development, but hey, I had fun with that. Hopefully you guys did too. I am looking forward to the full version of the game. If you guys want to send me a press copy, I would greatly appreciate it. So I could actually, do a proper review of it beforehand. But I like it. It's fun. It scratches a similar itch. Oh wait, does those actually tell me what I need to unlock them? 5 out of 10 dice, deal 50 or more damage with a single blow, kill Anku before any of the stags, and deal a crap ton of damage total. Okay. But yeah, keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath. I had fun with this.